Okay, I think I screwed up and I set this thing for like live, like 11 hours from now or some stupid shit like that. And I wanted to do a brief morning stream. For me, well, I'm about 15 minutes will be noon. It's 11:45 in the morning. And I figured, what the hell? Let me stream at an odd hour because I got a doctor's appointment, so I really can't do much here. I'm going to go see my gastroenterologist. The other day, I went to a urologist, and all he did was he gave me a prescription for a CAT scan of the kidneys, specific to the kidneys. So I had to call, make an appointment, go back to the hospital. I was at the hospital radiology for the gallbladder. What's it called? I don't always get these fucking screwed up. The ultrasound. So I got the gallbladder ultrasound at the hospital radiology. Then I went to a urologist to get a prescription to go back to the hospital radiology for a CAT scan of the kidneys, trying to figure out what it is. But today I'm going to go see a gastroenterologist. I'm not exactly sure why, but even the urologist is like, I told him, I said, look, man, I'm getting pain right here. Oh, well, that's not my concern. That's not my expertise. I was explaining how, my mother, I think I've inherited her insides because my father had the hernia, but apparently the surgeon doesn't think there's a hernia. This guy seemed bored. This urologist doctor seemed bored. I said, well, listen, my mother had the inferior epigastric artery. I did. My mother had her gallbladder removed. Now this might be gallbladder. Well, none of this has anything to do with me. I said, well, my mother also had kidney stones. So even if this is a gallbladder, it's possible, unrelated, I could have kidney. So I'd like to check it regardless. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm wearing this. This is an old, this is my father's. He got this, I guess, at this is some pub in England or some shit. See this tavern, but it's too tight on me. It's very uncomfortable. I thought it looked cool. I found it in a drawer. I was going through some shit, and I put it on, but it's just too tight. But it's not, I guess you rarely ever wore it. Some tavern, some pub. See that? Tavern. And this is just some, I don't know, weird, I guess it's supposed to be a nice jacket thing. So I threw this on. I'm not going to wear this to the doctor, but I figured let me put this on this morning. So how are we? Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Also, I'm going to take, with pills, sometimes I take a lot of pills. Sometimes I don't take any at all. It depends on how I feel. There's no set regimen. But today, I'm going to take some pills. And I thought it was funny, Thule. Yeah, are you working today, Thule? Or you're not at work yet? You don't have to go in yet? It's about 9:45 in Arizona. No, wait a minute. Wait. You guys don't spring ahead. So now you're on California time, I think, right? So it's 8:45 there. Am I correct? What time is it in Arizona? You guys, you're in Mountain Time Zone, but you don't spring ahead. So during daylight savings, you're with California. During regular, standard time, you're with New Mexico. Am I correct? You're Mountain Time, but you don't spring ahead. Anyway, I took 6 pills. These pills, I've noticed something. Like the quote-unquote ordinary good pills are white. They're all like white. See this? The specialty pills, they color them like candy. So I'm going to show you. One of these is an ibuprofen, a jacked up ibuprofen, prescription grade ibuprofen I got from the ER room. One of these is a atorvastatin or Lipitor, which I'm supposed to take. It's middle-aged, cholesterol medicine. The other is a Toprol, which is one of my father's left behinds. So I'm going to take these 3 first. So prescription grade ibuprofen, my father's Toprol, and my Lipitor atorvastatin. I got it from Arthur. Where did I put the? I wanted to show you. I'm not sure where I put it. Can't drink. I gotta go to the doctor. Don't want to drink and drive. So I'm sober today. This is the Gold Peak I love so well, the unsweetened tea. Nothing in it, so I'm drinking that. Okay, so those were 3 sort of ordinary, generic, not generic, but ordinary basic pills. Hold on. We having that focusing problem again? Hope that looks a little better. Hope this isn't lagging too much. I'm on my upstairs XP computer. So is it flowing nicely or what's good? How are we doing, Mr. Peters? Yes, the white pill. Take the white pill. But now it's time for some candy. I think they do it on purpose. The mind-altering ones are made to look like candy. This one looks fairly, it's not quite white. It's like it's like a yellowish. This is Concerta, the one I had to piss in a cup for, and they only give me a monthly supply, and I go back and look at them. So I'm gonna take Concerta. It's an ADHD pill. Then I think I'll also take. This is a gabapentin. This is a gabapentin, 400 milligrams, and this is a Prozac, 40 milligrams. See, they're nice colored. So I'm going to take my colored pills. See what happens. I always gag on the gabapentin. It's just too big to go down my tiny little throat. I need to practice my gag reflexes. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, seriously, it's okay. You guys don't spring ahead. So New Mexico, it's 9:47. California, it's 8:47. Time in Arizona is dependent upon, if we're in daylight savings or not. Daylight savings, you're on California time. Regular, you're on New Mexico time, right? Arizona. Okay. Now, where was I? Now, speaking of which, let's see if I can do this. Hold on. I want to show you something. One thing I want to show you, if you can see it. See how blurry this is? I don't know. I wanted to share a story from my younger days. Hold on. That ties in with daylight savings. So let's take a look here. Or how do we do this again? Hope things don't crash. Like I said, I'm using some off-brand browser called StreamYard. No, it's not StreamYard. Duh. I'm not logged into YouTube. I'm using StreamYard to stream. The name of the browser is called Supremium because none of the traditional, none of like the Googles, the Chromes, or what do you call the Firefox, even the Microsoft, none of it works on XP anymore. So I'm using some knockoff. But here we go. So let's take a look here. Here we go. Okay, so this is the Pressed Unwanted, aka It All Starts With a Yes, aka James Moore. And I didn't catch the stream, but I got one of those. I'm subscribed to him, so I got this little notification saying, he streamed. So I clicked on it, and I'm not going to sit through an hour. It's not that long, but I just don't feel like sitting through an hour and a half of his life right now. But I did kind of jump ahead, and I don't understand. He was saying something about, I don't know, he's going to quit his job and go to the Southwest. I couldn't follow. But here's what I want to bring your attention to, if we can. Now, if you go down here to the comments section, can everybody see this? I don't know yet. Let's take a look. You see these comments? Okay, you got Lone Hiker spurging out over daylight savings and how it's a man-made construct, etc. And right here, Dumb writes, it's all so dumb, and now Sydney is 15 hours ahead until they change theirs in April. Now I just wanted to point out, because I'm a Spurg too, so my Spurg mind went to overdrive, and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Sydney is normally 14 hours ahead. Dumb and Lone Hiker and myself, we're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. We jumped an hour ahead. Sydney did not move. So if they're 14 hours ahead and we jump and they don't, we're now 13 hours. They're now 13 hours ahead. So we sprung ahead. Australia will eventually spring ahead, I think, in April sometime. So the point is, Dumb got it backwards. It's not 50. They're normally standard. They're 14 hours ahead. When we spring ahead first, we're an hour closer. So we're, 14. So I'm getting all confused. I guess math can be confusing. No, Sydney is 14 hours ahead normally. Right now, they're only 13 because we jumped before they did. So I wanted to point that out. We're only 13 hours behind now until Sydney springs ahead, and then it'll return to 14 hours. So anyway, the point I wanted to make, though, is I was going to respond. I was going to leave a little comment explaining that. But now here, let me do this. I'm not logged in right now, so I can see all the comments. Let me log into YouTube. Right now, I'm just logged in through StreamYard. I was just looking at, YouTube just as a browser, just as someone perusing. Let me log into the tubes. Because I was going to leave my comment. I was going to explain there is a difference, but no, instead of 14 hours, it's 13. We're an hour closer, so it's 13, not 15. Dumb sprung ahead twice. We sprang, they didn't. So 13-hour difference. But hold on a minute. Where was this? But yeah. So I was going to leave my, but I didn't get a chance to because. Okay, now I'm logged into YouTube's, and I went here. I was Christ Almighty, Jesus Christ! Again, there's some shitty browser Supremium it's called, and let's go back to the comments. I was going to leave that. Where was it? I was going to leave that comment explaining no, Sydney's only 13 hours ahead, not 14, not 15. They're not. We were 14. There's 14 hours apart. Now they're only 13 because we jumped. I was going to explain my little spurg, but I can't because apparently I can't even see them. I can't reply to Dumb now. So I guess I've been banned or something. Wow. I mean, it's typical. I tend to alienate everybody, but it's like, wow, I had no warning. I thought we were buddies, but now, see, I can see the comments when I'm not signed in, but as soon as I sign in, see his occupational click, I didn't know this because I haven't really had any contact with Dumb in like over a month. But this reminds me, we were just talking. I'm not going to reiterate all this. I just took my pills. You missed that. We were talking about time zones and how, well, we've sort of moved beyond that. You can rewind back a quick minute and catch up because I think the three of you are the only ones who are going to be here this morning. Well, it's almost noon for me, but I'm just killing a little time before I go to the doctor, the gastroenterologist. But anyway, the point is, yeah, Dumb got it wrong. He thought we in the Eastern Standard Time Zone sprung ahead. Australia has yet to spring ahead. So instead of 14 hours, we're now an hour closer. So they're 13 hours ahead. He thought it was 15. He did the math backwards. I was going to leave a comment, but when I signed in here, I find now that, Dumb has blocked me apparently. I can't respond to my buddy, Depressed Unwanted Man, or it all starts with a yes, whoever he calls himself. And this reminds me so much of like when I was, I used to pump gas because in New Jersey, it's still state law. You can't pump your own gas. So every gas station must hire someone to pump the gas. So I used to pump at this gas station. I think I've told the story before. One time I was working with this guy. His name was Colin. And he was my age, early 20s. And he was a nice guy. We got along. We weren't buddies. We weren't enemies. We got along. And apparently, I remember there was one day I came into the gas station. And Colin was acting very strangely. He was kind of, aloof. And I could tell something was different. But I had no idea until later that it was he decided he didn't like me anymore because I thought he was the way he was acting. It wasn't like fuck you, go to hell. He was just kind of like I'd say, hey man, I need some change because we used to the money and all. No, I'm fine. He was acting kind of weird, but he actually looked like he was going to vomit. Like at one point, I walked up to him and said, "Hey, you all right?" He goes, and he kind of. I thought he was like drunk or something. The way it didn't strike me as fuck you. It struck me as very I don't feel so well. So I just thought, okay, I guess he's having a bad day. Maybe he's hungover. Maybe he took something. Maybe he's just feeling sick. So I thought, okay, interesting. Anyway, several days later, one of the other gas pumpers informed me, oh, yeah, Colin doesn't like you. He was avoiding you that day. I said, oh, okay. And I didn't feel like, woo-hoo. What I felt was, that's odd. I couldn't pick up on it. And I said, well, why doesn't he like me? And the other guy, his name was Kevin. Kevin says, I don't know. The last time you guys worked together before that, you said something he didn't like. I'm like, I don't recall saying anything overly offensive. If I did, it wasn't my intention. It's not like I said, hey, you're a motherfucker. Why is he so offended? Apparently, he and I were getting along, and I said something. I don't even know what it was, but it bothered him. So the next time we worked together, he avoided me. But I didn't realize I'd upset him, and I didn't even realize he was avoiding. I thought he was feeling sick and queasy. It was only because this other gas pumper named Kevin informed me. I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea. I just thought he was having a bad day. And I thought, geez. And he quit soon thereafter. So I never understood what his problem was. But apparently I offended him. And the next time he decided, I'm going to show occupational click. I'm not going to talk to him. And I was totally spurred oblivious. I didn't know I'd offended him. I didn't know. I knew something was that the next time apparently we got along. I offended him. The next time we worked together, he was trying to be standoffish. But I interpreted as, is he sick? Is he He seemed like someone who was hungover. He struck me as hungover. Maybe it was both. But he told Kevin, I don't like occupational click. I was avoiding him. I'm like, okay. I mean, I never understood how that's why I say when it comes to normies, even the failed normies, I don't understand how they operate. Like, I thought me and Colin were buddies or we got along, and then apparently he didn't like me and I couldn't even pick up on it. Ditto for it all starts with a yes here. But it all starts with a yes. We are now 13 hours behind Sydney. It will turn back to 14 when they spring ahead in April. They're not 15 hours ahead, they're 13 ahead. You're an hour closer. I'm fairly confident of that one, unless I did the math wrong. Yes, it's always a Colin, yes. A Colin and a Kevin. Yes, I remember them, but that was over 20 years ago. And I'm like, I didn't even feel offended. I just felt confused. Like, I upset him. What's he so upset about? Oh, that's why he was acting weird that day. He genuinely looked sick. I didn't get that cold shoulder. Screw you. It was. He seemed like he was like gonna vomit. I was like, huh. So yes. What the Colin Kevin story or the depressed unwanted man deciding I am now scum? Yeah, I was going to correct him. I was going to say, no, man, we sprung ahead. Sydney didn't change. We're now an hour closer to them. 13-hour difference, not 15. He got it wrong. But I can't show you that unless I log out because I've been dumb blocked. Oh no. No, because I can see the comments if I log out. No, I've been dumb blocked, but that's okay. Again, I'm not upset about being blocked. I'm more upset about what is it? What now? Like what now? Like Colin was upset with. I didn't even know. I thought, oh, Colin, this guy I work with, nice guy. Oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, he was avoiding me that day. I thought he was sick. Okay, I had no. I'm like, huh? Like, what? I was oblivious. To these normie behavioral modes. I don't understand normies. It's like, huh? And what did I say to piss him off so much that he wanted to act like pretend to be sick to avoid me? Like I don't get it. Oh, I'm wearing this. This is my father's shirt from some pub in England. See this? I put this on, but it's a little too small for me. It's a little tight, and I put a jacket on. Just gonna want to. I'm not gonna go to the doctor like this, but I figured why not? It's fairly mild. It warmed up. Right? I hope we're getting early spring. I noticed whenever Punxsutawney Phil, the official groundhog, and Staten Island Chuck, the New York City groundhog, for some reason, whenever they disagree, Staten Island Chuck is right. So I think Punxsutawney Phil said, 6 more weeks of winter. Staten Island Chuck said early spring. Whenever it's funny, when they agree with each other, when the two agree, 50-50, they're both right, 50-50, they're both wrong. Whenever they disagree, it seems like Staten Island Chuck is always correct. It's amazing. I don't believe in that shit, but it is interesting how when they agree, it could be either or. They're both right, they're both wrong. Whenever Staten Island Chuck and Punxsutawney Phil disagree, Staten Island Chuck is pretty much always right. So he said early spring, Staten Island Chuck was correct. No, I don't think it's Lone Hiker because I can see his shit. See this? I can watch. Not that. Here. Hold on a minute. Give me a sec. I don't think it's Lone Hiker because, well, maybe it is. Oh, maybe you're right. No. See, I could reply to Lone Hiker. See this? This is Lone Hiker. I don't know if you can see. Oh, shit. Let me bring the screen up. This is Lone Hiker. And despite our disagreements, no, I could reply to Lone Hiker if I wanted. I can't even read the dumb comments. See? I can reply to Lone Hiker. In fact, don't take my word for it here. Let's go to another stream. Let's go somewhere else. Let's see what else he's done. He got sick. See, here's this Emily Brewer. I don't know her, but I can reply to Emily. I can't see any of this. I can't see any of Dumb's comments. So no, I disagree with you. It's not Lone Hiker. I understand why you would suspect that, but I can reply to Lone Hiker and I can see his comments. I can reply to Emily Brewer and see her comments. I can even reply to this guy, Jasher Dolls United, who I think is the same as Grotesque Subhuman 3, even though he and I aren't, but I could respond to him if I want and see his comments. I can't even see Dumb's comments when logged in. So yeah, no, it's Dumb who's blocked me, which again, fine, but at least it's like with Colin, like, oh, we're enemies now? That's cool, but I had no idea. If we're enemies, you did a weird way of showing me. My Spurg mind thought we were buddies. You were offended. My Spurg mind thought you were sick. You were giving me the cold shoulder. I didn't pick up on any of it. That's probably why they get so offended. It's supposed to be obvious what they're doing. And I'm like, hi, how you doing, Colin? How you doing, James? Of course I'm right, man. I'm a Spurg. Stairs, man. Stairs. Hey, A for effort. A for effort. I can see why, because it was Lone Hiker. I can understand why you might think that, but no, it's not Hiker, and it's not Emily Brewer or what's the other guy's name? Dolls United Jasher. No, it's Dumb. He's blocked me. What a weirdo. You could have said, hey, I'm upset with Click enough. But I thought we were like with Colin. I thought me and Colin are buddies, going to go see, not buddies. We work together. We get along. Going to see Colin. Oh, unbeknownst to me, he was my enemy. Unbeknownst to me, he was making it clear in his mind. And I was like, because I had no I had no reason to think we were enemies. Yeah. So yes, normies and failed normies. I just don't get them. I really don't understand them. Oh, and one other thing I will point out, because I didn't watch any of this stuff. If I'm not there for a stream, I don't usually like to watch. I might peruse, but I know he's lost a lot of weight. But someone else pointed out, is this a Photoshop or an AI or something? This high, busy, and got sick. I know he's lost a lot of weight, but that photo there, this photo, I don't know. See, the background is nondescript, and his jawline looks a little too. I don't know. Is he playing those games? I don't know. Yes, he's acting very, very strangely. Yes, I agree. I concur, Dune. Hiker. No, Horsehead, whatever your name is. I think the pills are already starting to kick in. No need for alcohol. Okay, we'll remove that. Good. Any lagging, any... Yeah, all I got from that, because I was like jumping. He said he's quitting his job, but he wants to. He gave his 2-week notice just in case he ever has to go back. Fine, because if you quit right out, they won't hire you back. It's their policy. Fine. What is he going to do? Because he's not going back to Australia until May, and he's not moving there in May. What is he going to sell his house? Is the house sold? Is he going to just leave? Is he going to leave the house and have his realtor sell it, and he's going to like live the van life? I mean, I couldn't. He didn't explain what his plans were. Why? Good. Thank you. Awesome. That's good to see you people. We got my Southwesterners, my morning Southwesterners, and Mr. Parker Peters. He disappeared, but yeah, Parker Peters in Georgia. It's good. An all-American stream here. Cool. Oh, what else? I just want to come on brief. I'm killing time. I go to the doctor. What time is it? The doctor's this afternoon, like an hour or so. Oh, I want to share with you some lawyer updates if you want to hear them. If anyone's here, I'll share my lawyer update. This is not the auto parts, not the tall fag behemoth who wanted to break my jaw. This is the retail department store where I busted my finger back in 2022. And I contacted a lawyer in early 23, and I did all this shit. Then that lawyer quit or got fired, and the law firm gave it to another, so I had to start all over with this other law firm. But the dude called me up on Sunday. It was the weirdest thing. He left a voicemail on Sunday. He goes, "Hi, I'm the lawyer from the." And now the last time I spoke to him was sometime, I want to say maybe about a month or so ago. I spoke with him. This was like early February, whatever it was. Yeah, last time I spoke with him, he said, okay, doing the math, 6,000 is the cap. I said, okay, that sounds cool. He goes, but they only want to offer us 2,500. And he goes, we can spend $1,000 for a permanency for our side, a permanency. I think I explained all this. And I said, well, I don't want to spend $1,000, and they still only offer us 2,500 because then the money would come out of that. Either we take the 2,500 or we spend 1,000. We still get 2,500, but now we only get 1,500. So I said, listen, can you squeeze any more money out of them without having to go to a doctor? And he said, yeah, I think I can. So he left me a message on Sunday of all days. He goes, hi, I sent you the forms. I need you to sign them. And so I called him back, and of course, he didn't answer. The law office was closed. I guess he was in Sunday doing some paperwork. So I got the message, said, hi, I'm confused. It's Sunday. I didn't expect to hear from the lawyer on Sunday. Well, So I spoke to him yesterday on Monday, and he was like, oh, yeah. You got to sign the papers. He goes, in the pre-COVID days, you would have to go to court. And I said, wait a minute. Whoa. We're not fighting this. We're accepting. We're settling, right? Yeah, but in the pre-COVID days, it doesn't sound right. You could settle out of court. But whatever. So we're not going to court, but he says, okay, sign these papers. Well, I said, whoa. Last time we spoke, how did you get more money? Wait. He goes, yeah, don't you remember? I'm getting 3,500. And I said, no, you told me it was 2,500. You told me you'd squeeze more money out of them. It sounds like you got an extra 1,000. Oh, yeah. So I said, okay, fine. But 3,500, I got to ask him, I should call him in a bit. Like, what is his cut? Because different attorneys have different fees. I think it's 20%. So what's 25% of 3,500? I'll get the remainder. And then I have to pay taxes on it to the government because that's considered earnings, both state and federal. That'll be next year's taxes. But yeah, I should be getting a few thousand from that. Put that to bed. At least I got some monies. So I'm going to look into that in a bit and call him up and say, so yes, but I got an e-sign. The world we live in now. Here's what's confusing me. You would go to court if you're going to fight it. If the department store said, no, he's not injured, and we said, yes, we are, then you'd play the court game. Even in a pre-COVID world, this would be settled out of court. The lawyers would send the papers. You would have to go to your lawyer's office, sign the forms. They would then forward. What he's saying is, in the past, you'd go to court, like for a settlement, for an out-of-court settlement. Again, yes, everything in my life is weird. But hey, good news. Good news. Oh, and we did. My brother and I went out to Lowe's, and we replaced the spout. Fairly easy fix. Although the instructions were terrible. I had to look. It's fairly easy if you know what you're doing, but the instructions are terrible. So yes, now I got to clean the fucking tub. Yeah, I'm still putting that off. But yeah, or are we out of focus here? Are we? Yeah, you know, this does look photoshopped. Now that I think about it, this does look photoshopped. And yeah, let's click on another. Yeah, see, I can see Lone Hiker. I can see this Jasher. I can see Dumb replied here, but I can't reply. Oh, here, now this is coming up. Look at that. Oh, maybe he's watching and he just unblocked me. Oh, well, who cares? I've had enough with weirdos not being straight. You know, I call. I'm bad at that. I wanted to close that tab. I ended up fucking up. In fairness, this is a weird browser, the Supremium browser. I wanted to close the dumb tab. I ended up closing my StreamYard tab, and I'm back. I'm here. I think so too. I'm like, because you just saw. I'm like, and I'm not even. It's not even upset. Like, dumb. It's more like, huh? I don't get like my grocery. Not grocery. My Freudian slip. My grocery stores are coming next. Like the gas station story. This dude Colin ended up quitting. So we got along. Like we weren't friends out of work. We got along on the job. He seemed like a nice guy. Apparently, evidently, and I upset him. And the next time we worked together, he was giving me the cold shoulder, but I didn't pick up on it. I knew something was different, but I thought it was like he was sick. It was only because Kevin, another gas pumper, clued me in. I said, I had no fucking idea. And I didn't feel upset. I just felt confused. Like, what's Colin's problem? What did I say? Why didn't he just say, hey, man, I was upset by that? Why was he trying to? And I guess Colin got even more upset when I didn't pick up on the fact that he was giving me the cold shoulder. I thought he was just sick. I said, man, I remember I went up to him. I said, man, you don't seem too well today. Do you need to go home? He's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. He just seemed like he was like looking, he looked kind of sad too. He's looking off in the distance. I could tell that something was wrong, but I didn't realize it was me related because I'm not that egotistical. But apparently it was. And he probably got even more upset, this guy Colin, when I didn't pick up on the fact that he was upset with me. So I'm just like, that probably pisses normies off more when Spurgs don't take the hint. Yes. Well, why would I want to go meet him now? Why would I want to meet someone like that now? Oh. Wow. So dumb. So James Moore was really Colin the whole time. It all starts with a yes. Running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby Snack. Do 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 do. Running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby Snack. Do 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 do. It all starts with Colin. I like that. Horse is good. It's good to see you again. It all starts with Colin. Hey, you're not working today? I mean, it's what? It's 11:15 in Abilene. You're not at work? What day is it today? Remember, I'm unemployed, so I forget if it's a weekend or not. Today is what? No, it's not. Can't be a weekend because I'm going to a doctor. It's Tuesday. You're off on Tuesday, or you're doing this at work? Running around, robbing banks, all whack on the Scooby Snack, dude. Wow, I wish I had a job that paid well and let me go on the internet. It's like you're getting paid to have fun. Wow. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I never went on spring break. I took my pills. Oh, I should have also taken a propranolol, whatever it's called, propranolol. I have some of those as little tiny, like orangey pink pills. Wow, so you get to come in, get paid, and just have some free time. Some people who wage slave, like, man, you're getting paid minimum wage to break your back. And, you know, if something the boss comes up, get off your cell phone. I was just checking the time to know when break was. No, you weren't. You were playing on the internet. You don't know how lucky you have it, horse. Running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby Snack. Do 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 do. Good song from my maybe you remember from our teenagers. Running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby Snack. Do 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 I don't know, go up to the teller, give her the letter. Hey, there's a karmic G thing going on. Torture you. That's a good idea. Running around, robbing banks, so act on the Scooby Snack. Hope the audio is okay. That was a damn good thing. You remind me of that song. Yes, I know what you're saying. Scooby-Doo, pull off the mask. The monster is really, the monster known as James is really Colin all these years later. Yes. I see. So what do you do in the summer when school's out? I mean, I understand they have summer school and stuff, like summer courses. Do you work year round, or you get like a 2-month break or something? Seriously, like when, like, and what time? Because you're in Texas, I'm assuming what final exams or what? When are final exams at your colleges? It might be a little earlier than in Jersey, but whenever that is, do you get like a few months off, or what happens? All right, you still work. Well, when are the final exams? When does summer, quote unquote, begin at your university? Yeah, in Jersey, it's say everything's, but like with us, when it came to regular school, we would start school in like mid-September, like a week after Labor Day or so, and then we would get out in like end of June. Whereas in the Midwest and many parts of the country, they would start school in like August and get out in May. And same thing, Jersey, college begins a bit earlier. It begins right after Labor Day, and final exams are in May. But you guys, I guess, when does college start? I guess you start before Labor Day and you get out in April? Right. Early May is still, that's like early to mid-May is final exam time in Jersey University, Northeastern colleges. Right, the alumni come back and visit. Well, when does the fall semester start? What month? Like when does the fall semester begin? See, yeah, with us, it would always begin the day after Labor Day. In fact, I was in college during September 11th, and I always remember it was a Tuesday. How do I know it was a Tuesday? September 11th, 2001 was a Tuesday because I was exactly 1 week into that fall semester. The week before, Monday was Labor Day. So let's do the math. 11 minus 7. So the 3rd. September 3rd, 2001 was a Monday. It was Labor Day. Classes began on the 4th. Tuesday, the 4th of September, 2001. 1 week later, 1 week into the fall semester, we had September 11th. So always remember that doing the math. September 11th was a Tuesday. It was 1 week after the fall semester began. Fall semester began September 4th, the day after Labor Day. Yeah, we didn't start, you didn't go to... There were no classes in August, and we were still taking our final exams in May. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like my brother was still in high school. He might have been a sophomore too, I'm guessing. Where did he graduate? Yeah, I think he was a sophomore. Yeah, but no, I was in college, and I always remember I was 1 week into that fall semester that year. 1 week in, it was we began Tuesday before Memorial. We had Labor Day was Monday. Labor Day is always on a Monday. Tuesday, the fall semester began. 1 week later, exactly 1 week in, we had and they canceled classes for the next couple of days because Oh. I remember in the student center, they had the TV on, and of course, it was all fucked up. All the local stations are New York, so it was like Channel 4, NBC, or whatever, and like it was all like the footage was all grainy because I guess the towers were used for broadcasting, and one tower had collapsed. And I remember thinking, wow, Manhattan's going to look weird with just one tower. And there was this girl there. And it was the early days of cell phones, flip phone. She had a flip phone. And she was talking to different people. She goes, my dad works in Manhattan. He's always, I don't know where exactly, but he's always talking about the towers. Let me see if I can reach him. And she tried to call and like I think he picked up and then it went dead. She's like, hello, hello. And I think he ended up, I'm not sure. I don't think he was actually in the towers, but all the cell phones in this area, Central Jersey, our cell phones were linked to that tallest, the aerial atop the one tower. So I remember the girl, she's like, hello, dad, and her cell phone went dead. Yes. Oh yeah, and like I was working at that gas station with Colin at the time. I remember some lady came in, she was bawling because her uncle or something or somebody, some family. Yeah, I had no direct connection, but it affected our TV. It affected early cell phones. I knew people who died, but I myself didn't know anybody. Oh yeah, a lived experience. See, we can all know what it's like, but those of us, and I'll never know what it was like to actually be there. Those who were actually there in Manhattan experienced something that we didn't, but us in Jersey or the suburban area experienced it differently than people out in Texas or, California or wherever. Yes, I think it's all, or in other parts of the world, I think it's all, we can all understand, wow, but it affects different people differently. I remember, even though it didn't affect me personally and I wasn't there, I remember, the girl trying to call her father on the cell phone, the phone went dead. Hello, dad. I remember the look of panic on her face. I remember all the TV stations being fucked up because all of our local TV was broadcast from Manhattan off that tower. Yeah. And I knew people, like I met people, knew people who died. So yeah, it was realer to me. Not as real as people who were actually there. Not as real as people, those who lost family, but realer to me than someone in Texas who I've never even been to Manhattan. I don't even know what it's like there. So, and I remember several people I went to school with. I remember this one kid I went to school with. His father was killed because I saw it in the paper. His father was killed. Another kid I went to school with, his uncle was killed. So I knew people who lost people in that. Yeah. So it was a lived experience for all of us, but different. That's right. And I understand why this is such a hard concept for some to understand. I know exactly what it was like. I saw it, in the paper that day. I know exactly. No, go fuck yourself. Can we help you? Can we help you, Colin? Look, it's Colin in disguise. Don't come here and pretend. Don't pretend. Yeah, I can't drink because I'm going to the doctor. Iced tea for me. Yeah, I got a big one. See, a big jug of tea. That's empty. See, I'm drinking out of a Burger King tumbler. See that? I'm wearing some father's clothing that he left behind. This is from a pub in England, but it doesn't fit me. See this tavern, Preston's, and this is just some fucking. But let's not play silly. Dumb. Horse. What is your opinion? We're not trying to make fun of anybody, but you think dumb is being disingenuous? Oh, occupational cook just happens to be streaming. Oh, Christ. That's great, dumb. That's great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like your name is Colin now. You're just like Colin. Like, oh, okay. I'm not upset that Colin doesn't like me. I'm upset that I had no idea. I was like, huh? You normies, even you failed normies. I don't get it. You got to be more straightforward with the Spurg. Otherwise, like, oh. In fact, he probably blocked me like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I didn't. That's the thing. It took me like I don't know. No, it takes me because I'm slow with people. I like the guy Colin didn't like me, but I didn't know and I didn't pick up on it. And then Kevin had to explain it to me like a week or so later. After Colin quit, probably because Colin didn't want to work with me anymore, so he probably quit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't feel like, no, Colin. I felt like, I had no idea. I was totally like, I thought we got along. I thought he was feeling sick. Okay, you didn't like me. Okay, you guys got. If you hate me, that's fine. But you got to tell me flat out because anything less is lost on a Spurg like me. Yes, our own personal Colin. That's another thing normies do. They pretend. Oh, hi everyone. My name's not Colin. What are you talking about? We saw it in real time. I couldn't see his comments. I was blocked. Then all of a sudden, I'm magically unblocked. Yeah, okay, but Dumb just showed up now. It's just funny. I'm not dumb. I'm not upset about any of that. What bothers me is the lack of truth. If you can't tell it to me straight, I hate people who lie. And not only do I hate people who lie, if you're going to lie, at least be a convincing liar. You're like my mother. My mother lies through her teeth, and I tell my brother all the time, what is she lying? She's not even lying convincingly. That's what Spurgs are concerned with, what's true, what's real, not about feelings. I mean, sure, I have feelings too, but I'm more upset about the lies and the fact that you're not even lying very well than I am about, oh no, Dumbo left me, oh no. He at least answer the question. Why is he quitting his job? What's he going to do in the interim? Is he going to just leave his house, give the keys to a realtor and say, sell it in absentia? He's going to drive around. He can at least tell us his plan, but Yeah, I really like that thing. That was pretty funny. That remix he did. I don't know if I played it for you. I should play it. Yeah, no, a lazy liar, a piss poor liar. Yes. He's been caught. Now he's acting like, oh, instead of, you can be honest and say, yeah, you pissed me off. I blocked you. I'm sorry, whatever. Fine, who cares? But he's got to lie on. It's like, I don't know if you guys remember Clinton. I did not sleep with that woman. I mean, it was obvious he was lying. And then what ends up happening? Indeed, I did have an affair. And it's like, personally, because I was in high school when that happened. I was like 17. And I was like, look, I don't care that you had an affair with Lewinsky or whoever else. I don't care about that. But you look so stupid lying to the American public. Well, I did not sleep with that woman. It was, and the truth came out anyway. If you go back in time and say, yeah, I did it, so what? Who cares? Extramarital affairs aren't, illegal. I would have had more respect for him. He lied, and it looked like shit lying, and the truth came out anyway. That's what this is like. It's like, I'm not upset. Some people are like, oh my God, he cheated on his wife. I don't care about that. This isn't a moral objection, but you're blatantly lying, and you end up telling the truth anyway. If you just told us the truth, you wouldn't look like such a dumbass. Ditto for it all starts with a yes. Yeah, it all depends on what your definition of is, Mr. Jizz. Okay, Dumb. Dumb has no idea what we're talking about. Well, you can always rewind. I'll tell you what, in your own leisure, you can rewind back and watch the first part of this. It's but of course, yeah. See what I'm saying? I did not sleep with that woman. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, is it dumb, dude? I don't care. If you want to, whatever. It's about that. It's not the emotion. It's just don't lie to me. You at least have the respect to be honest, man. I despise liars. Yes, it sounds very nice. Hey, still didn't answer our question. You're still here. What? You're selling your house, or what are you doing? You're quitting your job? Can you at least give us an update? Because I'm not sitting through an hour and a half of your bullshit stream. I would have left a comment, but I couldn't. Oh, and by the way, here I'm going to spurg out. We sprang ahead. Sydney did not. We're now actually an hour closer. Until they spring ahead, come April, we're actually 13 hours behind instead of 14. You said 15. In the comments, you said, now Sydney's 15 hours ahead. No, they're 13. You did the math wrong. They're 13 hours ahead. We sprang, they didn't. And I was going to leave a comment, but I was blocked from leaving comments. I could comment to Lone Hiker and to Brewster's Millions or whoever the fuck, but I couldn't leave a dumb comment. That's what I'm talking about, Dumb. You're going to pretend, oh, I didn't hear that. I stepped out for a moment. Hey, Dumb, you're a piss poor liar. It just pisses me off, but it's okay. It's okay. Well, this is fun. Streaming at different times, not having a beer. Well, actually, that part is not fun. I'd love to crack a beer right now, but oh well. When I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm drinking unsweetened iced tea, which might give me kidney stones. Well, now, here's the truth. Spurgs, we actually don't need a Spurg can figure it out instantly. It's getting everybody else, all the normies, up the stairs. I have to go down, hold your hands. 1 stair, 2 stair, 3 stair, and I'll never get you up to my level, but I can kind of shift you up the stairs. That's what takes 7 hours. Christ. Just trying to get you. You'll never be at my level, but just trying to get you a few stairs up. That's like a 7-hour ordeal. Absolutely. Is Thule still here? You understand what I'm talking about with stairs, man? Okay. Are we winding down? I've said what I've had to say. I've done what I had to do. What else? Well, did you hear that part about the stairs, man? He's talking about stairs. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is just an in and out. We're all just in and out. That's cool. Yeah, this looks cool. This I don't know what this is. The tavern, but it's like it just does not fit. It is way too. If this fit my father at one point in time, either I'm much bigger and fatter. I don't think it would fit him now. Well, maybe it would because he had a stroke. I'll give it back to him. It's like I don't think I think this is more of like a collection piece. He bought it, like he would do that sometimes, And I guess he just got this just as just a memento. Feeling alone and you're all alone. Flesh and bone by the telephone. Pick up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. I'm a forgiver, I'll deliver. Reach out and touch faith. Cool. I got that. I've got running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby snack. Do running around, robbing banks, all whacked on the Scooby snack. You ever have that happen? You get two songs competing with each other stuck in your head. Oh well. Yeah, my spurred mind wanted to make it a full hour. I'm winding down. If we got to say goodbye, we'll say goodbye. I think, I actually just came on to, mainly I was going to take the pills. I said, what the hell? Let me do this. I'm sober. It's daytime. I have the curtains closed because it'd be too bright and sunny if I open them up. What the fuck? Let me do that. Let me see what it looks like. And yeah, the dumb thing came up because that's right. Daylight savings came up. That's right. We're talking about the time in Arizona. You guys do not change. So daylight savings time, you're on California time. When the clocks fall back, you jump to New Mexico Mountain time. Okay. I'm going to trip over this fucking thing. And when you're wearing something too tight, your fat cleavage looks even more pronounced. So I gotta not wear this thing. It's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles, all the starlings flying in my way. Do. Okay, what else is going on? I can. Yeah, I should probably go down and I'll use the better computer to e-sign those documents, call that lawyer, see what the hell's going on with him. What else? Now I go to that doctor. Yeah, I actually, one thing I will put out there if anyone's listening, I don't even know what the guy. See, maybe I should be more of an advocate for myself, but I go to ER. Oh, you got this, that, and that, but we don't know what it is. Go to the doctor. I think it's the hernia. Go to the hospital radiology, get a ultrasound for my gallbladder because the surgeon doesn't think. That's right. The surgeon didn't think it was a hernia. So I got a gall. That's right. Okay, here's the chain of command. ER. We're not sure what it is. Just want to get you out of here. Doctor. I think it's the hernia. See a surgeon. Surgeon. There is a slight hernia, but that's not enough to cause this damage. I love doing surgery, but in good conscience, I can't. Go have your gallbladder checked out. Hospital radiology for an ultrasound, which I'm still waiting for the results on. I got to call and see what's going on with that. And then see a urologist too. Urologist ordered the kidney. I got to do the kidney. and then go whatever this gastroenterologist is supposed to be for. There is still pain. It's not terribly sore, but it does still hurt when I cough and sneeze. Unless it really is just a pulled muscle, but I think I've inherited my mother's shitty insides. And we got the lawyer update. Hopefully, I should be getting $3,500, whatever the lawyer's fee is, and then you got to pay taxes. It's income, whatever I get, but I'll get that. Okay, so that's where I am. Maybe I'll stream later. I should try to. I've never tried to stream because you guys want me to, and I don't blame you. You get tired of the same static locations. I should do it on the phone so I can walk around the house. Can I stream while driving? I remember I tried to stream on my phone once and it didn't work too well. Can I do a stream while driving? I gotta download the fucking. I like to do things through the browser. I guess I need the YouTube app because I can do a stream while I'm driving. I got a couple of videos I need to upload. I got to edit them together. A couple of one of me driving around Jersey, another one of me going to the hospital. I got to put a lot together. I want to upload those for you. Because why not? Why not? And what else? What else we got? Yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes it. That pretty much brings us up to date. There's more for my records than anything else. Is more for my just one. If I ever, maybe I'll never go look at this again. But this is like a public-private photo album where I just. Oh yeah, I tried to do some stuff with Discord, but I'm struggling with that. So maybe I'll try that again. I was going to upload some photos just to play around with it, but it was if there's something I'm not interested with to begin with, I'm not interested in it. I just sort of give up when it doesn't work right. So I said, fuck that. But maybe I'll go back to Discord, whatever, and try something there. My hair, see, I took a shower before. Now my hair is getting puffy. See that? Still have a solid. Hurts right here. Can't see this. Like right here-ish. And the urologist, well, it's not my concern. Gallbladders. I said, yeah, but you do kidneys, don't you? Maybe it's kidney. It doesn't sound like kidney. I said, well, where would the pain be from a kidney stone? In the back. Well, it radiates to the back. Yeah, but it might not be kidney. Well, hey, man, maybe this isn't kidney, but since I have my mother's other problems, maybe I inherited her kidney problems too. Can we check that separate? Oh, okay. Idiot. Oh, yeah, I got to start making all my videos. I want to do that. I want to do like I want to draw a little map, a reference map to show you the different grocery stores because it gets very tricky and convoluted. I'll do the strangulation story, then I'll work or should I work my way backwards? Maybe I'll work my way backwards. Either or, yeah, I got to do that. I got to get serious now. The weather's getting warm and I figure out what I'm doing with my life. So, yes, I got to do that. Maybe I'll start that today. My brother's asking, when are you going to clean the fucking bathroom? I'm like, oh, shit. So I got a lot I put off. In fact, I should be doing stuff right now, but it's like a distraction. I said I was going to give up laziness for Lent, but I'm talking to you, starlings, instead of, signing those papers, talking to the lawyer. I'm just trying to distract. Look at this room. In fact, I might do a stream. You guys can watch me or help me clean my room. It'll be boring, but you can watch me try to clean this fucking disaster. You see this fucking shit show disaster. Oh, shit. Look at that. I forgot. I got this. This is a clock. What happened was a long story. I took my alarm clock. We needed a clock downstairs, so I took my digital clock and threw it downstairs. And this is something... My brother got this from some store he was working at. They were just taking it. I said, oh, what the hell? This is a nice clock. I guess we hoard shit. But I forgot to spring ahead. See, the time is wrong, so we got to spring ahead. It's now, in fact, yeah. Double check what time it is. Because I can't trust the XP computer either. 12. Okay, it's 12:38, right? And this is 11:38. So let's see if we can do this. We're springing ahead. Spring ahead with occupational click. Now remember, the folks in Sydney, Australia have not done this yet. They have not done this yet. So we're now an hour closer. We're only 13 hours behind, not 14. It will go back to 14 when they spring ahead, but they haven't done that yet. So now we're an hour closer to Sydney. We get the math there. They're 13 hours ahead, not 15. I would have commented, but I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to. There we go. Okay. That was pretty cool. What else? Something so mundane, but now, hey. Well, I haven't even masturbated. I'm putting that off too. I'm like, should I touch myself? I don't need anybody else, Thule. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, I'm like, when I was a teenager, you could do it 4 or 5 times a day. I admire people in their 40s who still complain. I'm so horny. I got to do this like 3 or 4 times. I'm amazed. I don't even want to do that anymore. but I'll never give up vape. Or well, maybe I will, but I'm not too lazy to vape. That I can do. And I'm not too lazy to go down and pour a beer. I just, I can't, because I got to go to drive to a doctor and be sober and awake and all that shit. Do I seem different sober? Better or worse? That's a good question. You usually see me when I've had a few beers. How do I strike you when not hitting the sauce? Still fucked up. Still weird. This way. I asked you a question. At least one of you starling idiots can answer. Puff, puff, puff. Okay, no one's even here. All right. I asked that would be the one question you guys can answer for me. The difference between sober, awake, drunk. No one wants to give me a quick answer because I'm winding down. I'm going to get off, but at least I'd like to end it with something positive, or not even giving me negative. I'd like to end it with some truth. Someone being honest with me for a change. Well, it's not going to be this asshole. More chill. Okay, you guess. So really no difference. You can't tell. Drunk or sober, I come across as some weirdo spurg. Okay. That's good. We got an answer at least. See, I don't mind. I'm not offended. I just like the truth. I like honesty. Like I said, this asshole it seems to be incapable of that. But I hate when this happens. Sometimes I get these little cracks because I turn right, and then it's like now I got plastic and plastic. Actually, see, this does socializing does tire me out. I'm starting to yawn. I slept. I'm awake. I'm not drunk, but it's like, my God, it does. I mean, it does take its toll on a spurg or an introvert or whatever you want to say. See the hair? Trying to get the hair in the dying gallbladder. Little time out there before I get off. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to discuss? I'm procrastinating. I go down, do all the other shit. Anything else I want to discuss or touch upon? I think for now that's enough. Maybe I'll stream later or some other time when I find out what's going on. The gastro, they're probably going to tell me much anything. They'll probably say, come in for an endoscopy, which is they stick that thing down your throat. But they're not going to do that today. So who knows where this is going to go. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will. We can do that because, and my God, I'm going to be the grammar Nazi because, my God, here we go. I didn't block you. I don't think anyone was blocked, but I do have mods, so I don't know if they did. You should have. No, oh, my God. You should have. HAVE. You should have or should have. Should apostrophe VE. Should have sounds like of, but grammatically, how do you think it's of? You should have. You should have. God. Nuke all the mods, or maybe YouTube was doing something shady. Well, you should nuke all the mods regardless. I've always told you that. That's my opinion. You should nuke all the mods regardless, except for me, of course. Yeah, so do I. I'll let you guys know. So, all right. Let's wind this down. I got to read a poem first. Let me read you a poem real quick from this book here. Hold on a minute. This is a haiku from one of my favorite poets. Yo, why are you over on DBF's sucking his pee-pee? That's what I want to know. Isn't that a beautiful haiku? Beautiful poetry. I mean, it's not, you know, the guy might be an asshole, but he's quite a poet. I must say, the guy's a poet. All right. So everyone, thank you for joining me this morning, or this. I guess it's early afternoon now. Yeah, maybe I'll come back later. We'll talk about things, maybe or not. Okay. So for now, yes, thank you. All the lovey-dovey now. Thank you. Tuli, are you working today? It's only 9:45 in Arizona now. Are you working today later on, or you're just off today, just hanging out? I'm really curious because it's like you seem to be, you're around at all different hours. So I'll tell you what, if you're here later, you can answer that question later. For now, Occupational Click out.